Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah. It's almost like we're overlapping in so many things.
Interest mind.
Ugh. Hey, Dylan.
Hello, James. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. Busy, but I can't complain about being busy. Better busy than the opposite.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes it's good to not be busy.
That is also very true. Uh, Glass half full kind of way of looking at things.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give people a few more minutes to come in here.
Hey everyone, my name is Marino. I was put into contact with the tag and they said, join one of these meetings. And
Perfect.
yeah, so I'm just here to listen. I will have to drop off and then we'll rejoin later on, but I'm just here to listen, be a fly on the wall and see how these meetings go.
Well, welcome.
Everyone.
Oh, Marino.
Hey Antonio, nice to see you. How you
Uh,
doing?
Sorry for jumping so fast, but it's nice to see Marina here. I,
Yeah, sorry it took me so long to join these meetings, but I was reminded in one of the ambassador meetings.
Not a problem. All right, we'll give a couple more minutes. Go ahead and share my screen. I'm getting some notes together, getting the agenda going. People have things they would like to add to the agenda, please feel free. I posted the link to the agenda in the Slack. If you do not have if you're not part of the CNCF GitHub org, which is how you authenticate with notes.cncf.io, just feel free to raise your hand or let me know, and one of us will add things to the agenda for you. For here. All right, we're five after, so we'll go ahead and get things going here. Let me grab one more thing. A Slack. I'm still formatted. I don't need that. Okay, I'm actually going to move this up first. Um, so KubeCon is right around the corner. We are less than a month away till KubeCon Europe. For those that are joining us, there will be a talk from me and Kashif going over just general overview of introduction to the tag. We'll touch on the tag reboot that happened last June, things of that nature. So if you're there, great. we're gonna be doing the same talk we gave at KubeCon in Atlanta back in North America in November. We'll also have a booth, uh, morning shift, all 3 days. Happy to have volunteers come man the booth. You do not need to be a chair or a tech lead if you are interested in talking to folks and helping folks to understand what tag infrastructure is all about. And you're a social butterfly, this is a great opportunity to help contribute to the tag. So if you're interested, please reach out to one of the chairs or tech leads or let us know in Slack. So yeah, those are just the two things I wanted to call out about KubeCon. Is there any other topics related questions around KubeCon that people had? Cool. Okay. Moving on. We'll go into our initiative updates. We have 3 initiatives currently active in various stages right now. We got the storage landscape white paper V3. Do we have any updates on that?
So I'm still working on updating the document.
Okay. Be the same update over. What about data storage and cloud native AI?
Yeah, so we have the section by Alicia. Is she not here? Yeah. I think she's going to check to see if that section is ready. There was a section about inferencing and data storage. So yeah, so she added some content and then she's going to just verify if
Got
that's
it.
ready. And then I'm also working on come up with like a summary page. Yeah, because we are going to try to publish this as some small papers because we don't want to have a very long white paper anymore, right? So we'll have like a summary paper, and then we will have papers covering each topic.
Okay. Awesome. Infrastructure lifecycle. Do we have, I don't think we have Bruno or Thomas here. So I'll step in for this one. This one is been working on, they have started on a proposed outline. Focus on provisioning patterns, lifecycle management paradigms rather than a tool by tool comparison. Structure follows a similar model of the operator pattern white paper, and there's an initial outline document for folks. Bruno and Thomas have been working on this. I know they've been a little bit busy with personal and work-related things over the past couple months, but I know they're hoping to continue to drive this. And if we have any other contributors or people, feel free to ping them either in Slack or on the GitHub issue and take a look at their initial outline document. We'll see. Well, I'll just copy. I don't no updates. We'll add I'll link the initial outline document directly here into the notes. What? Okay. Any questions about any of our 3 active initiatives from folks? Either the storage landscape, my paper, data storage and cloud native AI, or infrastructure lifecycle. Cool. All right, now what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly go through the active, see if there's any submissions on the initiative TOC initiatives board that either have gotten tagged with tag infrastructure or needs to be triaged or needs a group? We'll go through some of these have been on here for a while, so we can kind of skip, especially the ones towards the top, we can kind of skip over them. A lot of them are cloud native AI related. We can see some of the technical reviews and governance reviews showing up here too as well. We'll touch on that next. Okay, I don't see anything new yet. So we'll just keep on pressing on. So there's no questions or comments about initiatives in general. We'll move on to project review updates. All right. So I copied this over from last week. I finished up the Kyverno graduation tech review. One thing that we wanted to note from an update from the project reviews sub-project. So project reviews are now a sub-project under the TOC. They have their own meeting. They meet on Thursdays bi-weekly around the same time, 11 a.m. Eastern. One of the things that has been coming out of that meeting is we're changing how when projects move levels or they apply for sandbox, it was suggested that projects could either do a presentation to the tag or a tech review. The TOC is now changing that. The tech review and the governance review will be required. And rather than members of the project review or members of the CNCF community doing the tech reviews, we recommend that projects come in with the tech reviews mostly done if possible. The idea is that these tech reviews are a living document. I'll go ahead and see if I can pull them up. So in the TOC repo here, and I'll link this, I'll just link this sub project because it has things about the governance reviews as well as the general tech reviews. But the tech review, sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time. Apologies. Oh, it's not tech review, see project review docs. So if we look at for example, the general tech review, there's a template down here, and it's broken up into 3 sections: day 0, day 1, day 2. The idea is depending on the project's level and where they are applicating, if they're moving levels or if they're applying for sandbox, you only need to complete the section applying to your level. So projects applying for sandbox only need to have the day 0 section done. They don't need to do day 1 or day 2. The Kyverno tech review required all 3 sections to be done. And the idea for these documents is that they're a living document. It's not just a one and done. It should be something that's revisited, and it should be a review that's a guide for the whole community as well. So ideally, what we want to start doing is having projects, when they apply for sandbox, come in, they already have the day 0 and the doc done. So when they're moving levels, we only have to do the sections that are required next instead of doing the whole review. Any questions about that? Awesome. If you have not done a governance or tech review before, or even if you're not a part of a tag, please feel free to volunteer. Join the meetings on Thursdays. You do not need to be in a tag leadership role to be able to do these reviews. It is a great way to get involved and to contribute, not just to the tags, but to the CNCF as a whole. So getting into individual updates, I completed the Kyverno tech review. There is, if I go back to the initiative review board here, we can see that there's also the one for confidential containers is what it's called. What did I say? Computation. Yeah, this was done by Matt Young from TAG Operational Reliability. This has draft PR up. They are trying to move to incubation. Okay. Chief, I know you've been working on the Kate GB. Where we are.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I am done with it. The PR is up. I had the initial one review from Josh. I'm waiting for the TOC member to react on that, but from my side, I'm done.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Chief. Is Nick here? I don't believe so. That's fine. Both Nick and Bruno. Oh, these are ones that were done in the past, I believe. So we'll go ahead and remove those. Those I believe are done. Okay.
Dylan, I have a question. So, do I
Sure.
understand correctly that from this point onwards, there won't be any necessity for us to review the projects like we did anymore? Or is there still some
Correct.
tag interest? Oh, okay.
Correct. Yeah, it is not a requirement of the tags to do reviews as they did previously. Also, tag presentations are now a suggestion, not a requirement. They're helpful for folks doing the governance and tech reviews, and for the TOC members when they do their due diligence, but it's not required anymore. Previously, the guidance was either or. You could do a tag presentation or do a tech review. That is no longer the case. As noted here, having the tech review done before you apply to move levels or apply for sandbox is now required. It's part of the application process. And the tag presentation is it's heavily suggested, I should say, but not required.
What,
Okay.
So that is the
this,
change.
what is it like? Okay, it's called self-tag review. So it's like the project will need to come up with this document themselves. That's why it's called a self-tag review.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
It is advised and recommended for the maintainers to try and attempt the reviews first. Not
Okay.
every situation will. We understand that a lot of times, sometimes the projects may not have great guidance. The docs are maybe a little hard to grok. That's okay. But we've noticed that it's been very difficult and very time consuming for folks that are either part of the tags or contributing to the project review subproject. That there's a lot of back and forth between the maintainers and the project
Right.
and the people doing the review. So it would be really helpful. Like the maintainers are the best people that know about the project. And so coming in here, this is why I'm trying to evangelize or promote this section of the TOC repo under subprojects, because there's actual examples and templates for both the governance review and also the technical review. So if we can hear it says, for day 0, describe your roadmap process. Who are the people and users for your project? What is the primary use case for your project? If you can't answer all these questions, that's okay. But that's part of the review process. We want the maintainers to try and attempt to have something reviewable, and then being able to move forward from there.
Yeah, makes
I
sense.
actually totally agree with this because while doing the review for KGB, it took a lot of time for me to really understand the ins and outs. Although they had great documentation and everything, but it takes a lot of time for an outsider to actually understand.
Yep, correct. And right now, a lot of these documents, if you're in the TOC repo, they live under projects. So if you go into projects, there is all the projects that are part of the CNCF are in here. I'll scroll down to, well, actually, let me pull up a PR because I just did this. So Matt Young did the tech review for confidential containers. I assisted him with this. But if we look at the review, you can see he went through and filled out all the information, describe the roadmap process, where, obviously there's a public roadmap.md, there's steering committee meetings, what's the target persona, kind of going through pulling diagrams from the project. So a lot of it is just pulling information from the project. And the purpose of these reviews is to collect this information. And then there is a TOC member that does what's called a due diligence. A TOC member is assigned to the project, and the TOC member will take the governance review and the technical reviews and then do their own due diligence as part of the application and make a recommendation to the TOC. So the purpose of this is not to fix or to work with the maintainer to immediately fix any gaps found. It's just to recognize, and you'll see in here down towards the bottom, there's some sections that say, let me see here. They're close to do. So there's sections that say, hey, to do, maybe there's a gap here. And that's okay. If there's questions where you can't find an answer or it's not easily findable, you shouldn't be diving into these reviews and trying to pull stuff out of the projects. This is a way for us to give feedback to the project on what can they do better? How can the projects grow? How can they mature? One of the big things we see a lot with sandbox projects is one maintainer projects. They'll come and try and submit to the projects. The TOC is very adamant about building a community around projects, and will actually recommend folks to say, hey, come back in 6 to 12 months once you have actual, multiple people contributing to the project, not just one person. So that's just an example. So yeah, this is one of the most recent tech reviews done by Matt. Overall, he went above and beyond on this, especially with the diagrams. They're not required, but the idea here is to help the TOC member identify gaps when you're doing either the technical review or the governance review, so they're able to make a decision either with the sandbox application or with the project moving levels. All right. And then I'll put, what I'll do as well is I will copy, let's see, so I'm just gonna review updates. I will also put the calendar for the meetings in here as well. There's also a Slack channel. I believe it's to go look. I'm pretty sure it's just called, it's CNCF project reviews, and I'll copy that link too. Awesome. Okay, any questions about project reviews? Awesome. Okay, so we've gone through the majority, or if not all, of the agenda specifically for the tag itself. So the floor is open for anyone who would like to broach any topics. Please take a look. Just general discussion or questions about the tag or the CNCF in general. Feel free to raise your hand, and the floor is yours.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey.
I had an action from a couple of meetings back to drop a section on data pipelines in one of the papers. I just kind of finished it, so I just want to just call out.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
I think it's kind of issue 1901 or something. I forget what the actual, but I got the link. I just dropped in the abstract as I was instructed to drop there.
That's the data storage in cloud native AI white paper, right?
Let me see the title. It says data on Kubernetes,
Yeah,
data
that's
analytics, and AI ML workloads.
right. Yeah.
Okay, are they the same? Okay, all right. I'm just looking at the title of the page. Yeah, so I have dropped it in around page 8 or 9.
Oh, you dropped it inside that paper? Oh, okay. I didn't see
That's
that.
what that's
Sure.
what I thought you had
Okay,
mentioned to say.
okay,
Just drop it
okay.
in
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and
of
then we
course.
can. I
Yeah,
think you're
I'll
going to
take
slice
it.
and dice it, right? So,
Sure, sure. Okay, I'll take a look. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll pull it
so
up right now. So if
yeah,
we
if
go
you
to
put it
the
up, I can
issue.
just to be sure we are on the same page. Yeah, that's the paper, right? And if you
Mhm.
go to go down to the 8 page, go down a little bit.
Page 8, you said?
Yeah, yeah. After
Oh, I
this,
see. You
this one,
suggested.
this one.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me do the. I'm a big fan of the. Oh, maybe not. Pageless mode. Nope. Okay, that's fine. We'll try and.
No, I can do that because I think this is okay, so this is the before the
Can everyone see it
match.
okay? Oops. I didn't want to do that. Okay. I have a widescreen monitor, so sometimes it can make things small.
Okay, I accepted it. I'll take a look and see.
Okay, good, cool. Thanks. I said this is a rough draft, rough format, right? So once we figure out how you guys want to slice and dice it, we can keep building on the section wherever this section falls in whatever paper.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you so much.
No, of course, my pleasure. Thanks for hosting this forum.
Okay. Any other topics, open things people would like to discuss? We also have some new faces, so if people want to take this opportunity to introduce themselves, if this is the first time here, feel free.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry. Please go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Avinash.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Really excited to join some enthusiastic fellows here. So I joined the last tag meeting as well, but I had to um, uh, but I had to jump off into another call because of the office duties and stuff. But yeah, happy to contribute and really excited to be part of this. Thank you.
Yeah, hey everyone. My name is Marino Wijay. I've always been a huge proponent of networking in the ecosystem, right? So I've spent a lot of time working with like technologies like Cilium, Istio, Kuma, and even like a lot of the Ingress stuff. And I've seen the tag before many times, and I was just reminded in one of my CNCF ambassador meetings, like, hey, join the tag, see what's going on. And it felt like tag infrastructure was most aligned with what I care about. Not that I don't care about the entire ecosystem, but it's just much more aligned to the networking side of things. So the first few calls, I'll definitely be a fly on the wall, but at some point in time, I'd love to be able to contribute more and help out where I can. So yeah, thanks for having me.
My name's Troy. I'm from a company called Sumer Sports. I interact a lot in the open tofu space and annoy the contributors there greatly. And this is a kind of cross concern, so decided to check things out. And I'm gonna have to jump in a couple seconds for another stand up, but thanks for having me.
I think I'm the last one left. I don't know if I'm a new face or not. I think I turned up to a couple of these a while back. I'm James. I'm one of the maintainers of Open Tofu. I'm one of the people who gets annoyed by Troy. I think Dylan very successfully has posted in the Open Tofu Slack channel to get people to come in today. Um, I think I keep bumping into Dylan and saying I will do more at KubeCons. I think that's going to happen again in a month. So here I am trying to do a little bit more. I will keep an eye on the infrastructure lifecycle document. Maybe I'll reach out to Bruno and can't remember the other person's name, but I will reach out to them and see what we can do because I think there's some interesting stuff in this space.
Awesome. A lot of new faces. Welcome everyone, or welcome back to old friends. Uh, we're happy to have you. I like to also like to note that if you have ideas or things you'd like to discuss, or even want to propose new initiatives, um, that is entirely possible as contributors. You do not need to wait on the chairs or the tech leads to start those discussions. The tech leads and chairs are just here to help assist you and to help guide you on how you can contribute to the community and to help us understand what projects need help The tag's responsibility first and foremost is to support the CNCF projects themselves, not just when we're reviewing the projects for when they move levels. That seems to be the theme, but that's also one of the goals of the tag reboots, is to making sure that the ecosystem is supporting projects throughout the year and the project's lifetime, not just during times when they need something from the CNCF. And also, things like, a lot of these initiatives help to provide the community as a whole with understanding new trends, where things are going, understanding current trends as well, things like the infrastructure lifecycle, and obviously some of the white papers around AI and storage are big ones. So if there's things that you're passionate about within the realm of infrastructure, please feel free. We are open to new ideas and to helping other folks evangelize and understand what is happening in the industry and in the ecosystem as a whole, and how we can help those end users and projects better build systems, applications, you name it. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much for hosting this.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.